In a quiet suburban neighborhood, a young astronomer named Leo is setting up his telescope in the backyard. It's a pre-dawn ritual for him, a peaceful moment before the world awakens. His girlfriend, Maya, is asleep inside, and his dog, Comet, is dozing at his feet. As he adjusts the lens, focusing on the horizon, he notices something is wrong. The usual soft glow of the impending sunrise is alarmingly intense, painting the sky in fiery shades of orange and red far too early. He quickly checks his equipment, thinking it's a malfunction, but all readings are normal. The light continues to grow, and a strange, oppressive heat begins to fill the air. Leo rushes to his computer, pulling up real-time satellite imagery from NASA. His heart pounds in his chest as the data confirms his terrifying observation. The sun, our familiar star, has inexplicably doubled in size overnight. He stares at the screen in disbelief, running the diagnostics again and again, but the results are the same. A cascade of alerts and emergency broadcasts begins to flood the internet from observatories around the globe. Scientists are baffled, but the conclusion is unanimous and grim. The Earth's orbit is destabilized, and the planet is being pulled toward the engorged star. The models predict that in approximately 72 hours, Earth will be consumed. The news spreads like wildfire. Panic erupts worldwide as governments declare a global state of emergency. Maya wakes up to the sound of sirens and finds Leo pale and trembling in his study. He struggles to explain the impossible reality, pointing to the chaotic news reports and the data on his screen. They step outside, and the change is undeniable. The sun, now a monstrous orb dominating the sky, casts an eerie, scorching light. The heat is already becoming unbearable, and the air is thick and heavy. People are flooding the streets, some looting, some praying, others just staring at the sky in stunned silence. Leo and Maya know they have little time. Their first instinct is to find their families. Leo's parents live a few hours away, and Maya's sister is on the other side of the country. Frantic phone calls reveal the chaos. The lines are jammed, flights are grounded, and the roads are gridlocked with people trying to flee the cities, though there is nowhere to go. Maya manages to get a brief, tearful call through to her sister, promising to try to reach her, a promise they both know is impossible to keep. Leo can't reach his parents at all. The realization that they will likely die alone crushes them. By the end of the first day, the world has transformed. The global temperature has soared. The oceans are beginning to warm at an alarming rate, causing massive, unpredictable storms to form along the coasts. Power grids are failing under the strain, plunging entire continents into darkness, lit only by the terrifyingly large sun. Leo and Maya, along with their dog Comet, decide to abandon their home. Staying in the city is a death sentence. They pack their car with water, non-perishable food, and first aid supplies, joining the slow-moving exodus of vehicles heading for the mountains, hoping the higher altitude will offer some temporary relief from the suffocating heat. The journey is a nightmare. The highway is a parking lot of abandoned cars and desperate people. Fights break out over gasoline and water. Leo and Maya witness both the worst and best of humanity. They see a man hold a family at gunpoint for a few bottles of water, but they also see a group of strangers working together to clear a path for an ambulance. They share some of their own limited supplies with a young mother and her baby, a small act of kindness in a world that has lost its compassion. The sun beats down relentlessly, and the car's air conditioning gives out, turning the vehicle into an oven. As the second day dawns, the environmental collapse accelerates. The polar ice caps are melting at an unprecedented rate, and news reports show coastal cities like New York and Tokyo being swallowed by the sea. Widespread wildfires, sparked by the intense heat, rage across every continent, turning the sky into a thick, black haze of smoke. The air becomes difficult to breathe, and Maya develops a persistent, hacking cough. Leo, using his astronomical knowledge, knows this is only the beginning. The gravitational pull is getting stronger. He can feel a subtle but constant vibration under his feet, the planet itself groaning under the strain. They finally make it to a small cabin in the mountains that belongs to a friend. The air is slightly cooler, but the sense of doom is inescapable. They find a small community of survivors there, all drawn to the mountains for the same reason. There's an old woman who talks about her grandchildren, a disillusioned doctor who has run out of medical supplies, and a young couple clinging to each other in silence. That night, they gather around a crackling fire, not for warmth, but for comfort. They share stories of their lives, their lost loved ones, and their faded dreams. Under a sky filled with a sun that should have set hours ago, they find a fragile sense of community. On the final day, the earth begins to break apart. Massive earthquakes tear fissures into the ground, and volcanoes, long dormant, erupt with violent force, spewing ash and lava into the choking atmosphere. The sky is a terrifying spectacle of dark smoke and the sun's blinding, white-hot glare. Leo and Maya hold each other close, knowing their time is up. They take Comet to a nearby overlook, a place that was once beautiful, offering a panoramic view of the forest. Now, the forest is on fire, and the ground trembles violently beneath them. Leo takes out a small, worn photograph from his wallet. It's a picture of him and Maya on their first date, smiling at a planetarium. He tells her that meeting her was the best thing that ever happened to him, a small star that lit up his entire universe. Maya, through her tears, tells him she's not scared, as long as they are together. They sit on the edge of the cliff, with Comet nestled between them, and watch as the sun fills the entire horizon. It's no longer a distant star, but a wall of incandescent fire. The heat is unimaginable, and the roar of the planet's destruction is deafening. They close their eyes, holding hands, as a final, blinding wave of light and energy washes over the mountain, erasing everything. In their last moment, there is no pain or fear, only the quiet peace of being together at the end of all things.